biggest mistakes that I see coming into this world of coaching on social media specifically is people being afraid to put out their best content, put out the content consistently, and have a process that takes people from social media onto them becoming a client. There's no process there. And without a process, you'll continually find yourself just doing activities, but never really making the progress that you want to make. And I know social media, you got a lot of people who are watching you and train and learning from you, right? You want them to walk away saying, wow, I don't believe they just gave me this treat of getting all of this valuable information. Psychologically, what that's doing is them saying, wow, if they're willing and open to give me this information and this valuable information for free, I can only imagine what it would be like if I worked with this person. So you want to give out great content and that makes you stand out from the crowd. So when it comes to really increasing your social media influence, part of it is really just you giving really valuable content. And one of the things that I had people say to me before was like, yo, coach, but what if somebody takes it, or what if they steal it or repurpose it, or what if somebody watches my free content and then they don't feel compelled to want to, work with me? This is my answer to that. Don't worry about it. Because there's always going to be people who need to learn more. There's always going to be people who need more context. There's always going to be people who they just need more than a 2-minute, 5-minute video, 10-minute video that you did on YouTube. They're always going to need more. So like, I'm gonna give you an example. So somebody could come to me and they say, yo, Coach T, it's one of the fastest ways I can get clients. I could say, okay, cool. I got a lot of ways, but one of the fastest. All right. So I want you to do, I want you to run a Facebook ad to a landing page where you're giving away where you're doing a coaching session, right? And then you run it there. They book an appointment with you. You give them value on a call, and then you enroll them as a client, right? Now, I just gave you a process, right? Do you realize that there's hundreds and hundreds of questions within there? I'm not afraid to give you one of the processes. I give you another process, right? Being part of the Facebook group is one, right? You run an ad. You use a Facebook group as a lead magnet. People come into the group. They learn. They get value. And then at some point while they're in the group, they'll raise their hand and they'll say, I want to get additional help. I'm ready to take this serious. That's another way, right? And then at that point, you enroll them as clients. Do you know how many people are still going to have a ton of questions? They're going to say, Coach T, well, how do I run a Facebook ad? That's why I'm not afraid to ever give away info, because it's always another level of mastery. How do I run a Facebook ad? What should my copy look like? What should my, my creative look like? Landing pages. Oh, what technology should I use for my landing pages or my squeeze pages? They talk about Kajabi, they talk about ClickFunnels. You feel what I'm saying? What should I say when I'm on a call with somebody? How do I book the appointments? There's so many questions that people are still going to have, that all you really need to do is provide your best content in the time frame that you have available, and then you can expand on the other questions that they have. You feel what I'm saying? So like that was a big challenge for me early on, really trying to figure out like, okay, well, I want to grow my social media influence, but I'm pump faking on the type of information that I want to give people, because I'm like, I want to give it to them, but I feel like I can't give them too much. Some other things as well. Exposure, right? So if you're looking at exposure online and through social media, then you should be doing collabs. You should be doing things like, that's the importance of being part of communities. Doing collabs is a big thing. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that you're doing these collaborations with people. Maybe people got the similar follow accounts to you or the same follow account. Have people who, you could do collaborations with your potential clients. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'll give you an example. Like, one of the things that I'm doing, all current clients. So one of the things that I'm starting up on Instagram is I'm doing I'm going to be doing a coaching concept on Instagram where I'm going to be actually coaching people live on IG. There's benefits to that, right? What are the benefits to it? The benefits is I'm providing value to that one person. So that's one benefit, right? If they're not a client, I'm providing value to that person. So that trust right there is making them say, I want to rock with Coach T. I trust him. I like him. And he's giving me value. He's giving me game, way more game than I've invested. Or if it's free, way more game than that, right? That's one thing. Another thing is I'm coaching that person. So who's watching? The people that are following me and following them. They're watching this now. So if you're a coach and you watch and you trying to grow your coaching business and you're watching me coach somebody else on how to grow their coaching business, and you're like, oh damn, I didn't know that. Oh damn, that's fire. Oh, you know what? That's a good idea. I didn't know that piece of technology could do that. That's what landing pages are. That's what this is. That's what that is. You're getting so much insights and breakthroughs from what you're learning from me. You're going to feel compelled to say, I got to reach out to my man. I want to connect with my man because he's providing so much value. This is how you you can instill it. Like if you want to go live, you can do the same thing with your potential clients or people that you help, right? And that's going to help you display your expertise and your credibility. You know what I mean? So that's really like what it comes down to, is providing it, doing it way often. Some other things that you can really do is when it comes to just building a social media presence. I would find more concepts to do. And this hasn't been something that I've really ever talked about, but find concepts that you can do. Most people, and I've been guilty for this for years, most people, they'll just put out content because they hear all of these other coaches, trainers, and gurus say, put out content, right? So they just throwing the concept, but you're putting out content that people can't really even explain what it is. So you're losing an element of word of mouth. So, and this is something that I'm talking to my team about right now. Currently, Coach T, this is what I'm doing, is figuring out how to make more of the content that I put online more sticky. And the best way to make it sticky and to spread the word of mouth is having concepts. So for example, Mentorship Monday is a concept, right? I go live every Monday. I'm training, I'm mentoring, and it's a concept because on Mondays I do mentoring. So if you want to learn about your coaching business for the free, you come on here every Monday. Same time, same place, like a show. That's great because it's easy for you to explain, yo, I'm part of this group. Yo, my man Coach T, Terrell, like he's just training, just kicking game for the free. You know what I'm saying? And just helping out coaches who are just coming up. You know what I mean? Trying to make revenue, trying to make their mission move forward. So it's easier for you to explain. Same thing for, I haven't really done as well on my YouTube, but I want to do the same thing on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna have a consistent show, whatever the name of the show that I'm going to, actually, I just came up with this. So I'm doing, and don't y'all steal this because I'm already doing it, but, I'm going to be doing reviews, and I'm going to be doing, I'm reviewing, and actually I've already started this process. So I'm reviewing the advertisements of some of the world's top online marketers and influencers, and really giving them and breaking down the psychology behind what they're doing, why they're doing it, why this works on the human brain, how they overcame a limiting belief here. That's going to be fire. I did it one time years ago, but I only did a couple of videos and people went crazy over it, but I stopped it because I ended up putting my attention. This is the monkey brain, right? This is shiny object syndrome. I stopped something I was working years ago. So I'm like, yo, I need to pick that back up because people loved it. And now today I know more than I did back then. So I'm like, yo, this is about to be fire, right? Gary Vaynerchuk bringing down his videos and his ads, right? Like it's going to be super dope. So, so guess what? When I name it, that's a concept. So if somebody's explaining it, yo, my man does reviews, blah, blah, blah. The name of it is this, blah, blah, blah. He goes live, blah, blah, or he it's not gonna be live, it's gonna be pre-recorded, but I'm gonna release it. And he'll be like, yo, boom, you can catch it this day, this time. You feel what I'm saying? Like it makes the word of mouth better. So that's part of going organically. Sometimes you just gotta bootstrap it. Like sometimes you just gotta go out and really find your people online and start engaging with them.